Okay, fine.
No, it's not. It's...
What? What happened?
It's... the baby. He kicked.
Something I said.
No. Look, it happens all the time. Sometimes, actually, he feels like he's busting broncos in there.
That's great.
Todd, look, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do with this mess. Look, I know that it upsets you, but it's here. He's real.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nobody planned this, all right, and I'm as mixed up about it as you are.
I don't think so, Blair.
If you make a choice to bring a child into the world, you also commit to filling its world with love. As much love as it can possibly get.
Or it can stand.
I'm serious. And I know you think I sound like Pollyanna here. But I think this is something we all need to remember.
No, we don't have to do... No, I don't want anything to do with Patrick Thornhart's baby, all right? So don't even start talking about we.
Look, this baby here is innocent. No matter what anybody feels about the circumstance here, don't take it out on him. Vicki, what are you doing out here?
I think the question is, what are you doing in there?
Well, you're out of town.
No.
Well, you're supposed to be out of town. That's why I'm stuck here in this snowdrift.
Really?
I'm on my way to the meeting with Dr. Doherty and Evelyn, what's-her-name, so that we can discuss Star.
That meeting was canceled.
Oh, really? Thank you. Thank you very much. What'd you decide to do? Kill me by having your brothers send me out into this blizzard?
Yes. And then I drove your car into this snowbank, and then I stalled it. Am I right?
Okay, fine. What are you doing here?
Well, you know, Magic, it's kind of a tricky thing. When I stalled your car, somehow I stalled my own car as well. I'm just up ahead, you know, on my way home from the airport.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you do something? Why don't you call for help?
I have. The tow truck will be along in a couple of hours.
Hours?
Hours, Dorian. Sadly, when I stalled your car and mine, I somehow knocked out half of Lantano County as well. Dorian, everyone is stuck, okay? That is, everyone who is fool enough to be out in this kind of weather, and don't look at me like that. I include myself among the fools, all right? Because I could have waited this storm out at the airport lounge.
Yes, well, what are you going to do now? I mean, what am I supposed to do? More to the question.
Get out and walk. That's my plan.
Oh, that's easy for you to say. You're wearing a fur coat and a fur hat. You aren't boots. I am wearing $400 designer shoes.
Aha. Well, in that case, I think I have to amend my aforementioned list of fools. Congratulations, you're number one. Enjoy the scenery, Dorian.
Vicki! Vicki, don't you leave me alone out here! Vicki! Vicki!
All right, now what? Shall we tell ghost stories?
Well, let me see if I got this straight now.
Mm-hmm.
If you add milk and vodka, it's a sombrero.
Yeah, see?
If you add vodka and milk, it's a white Russian.
Huh?
And if you just add vodka, it's a black Russian.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
I think it's sacrilegious to have a black Russian at a luau.
Yes, of course it is. You are cursed by the mountain gods. Shh. I know how to remove the curse.
How?
You just throw a virgin from Minsk into the volcano.
Well, how about I use you?
No, I don't think I qualify.
Oh, come on.
No. I do not have an ounce of Russian in me.
What good are you then?
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
We just did.
I know, but I love Joey.
It's It's okay. I can undo the curse. Say vodka Kazatsky 5 times fast. You know something's going on here, Kelly. And it's not because there's too much hula in Kahlua.
I gotta go.
Where?
To Paris. Okay, I am going to Paris. All right, I gotta get that girl off of Joey, and I think that we belong together.
You can't go tonight.
Why? Just have to put a coat on.
Because it's a blizzard, remember? I mean, even if you could get to the airport, which you can't because the roads are closed.
Well, you know what? You're just gonna have to watch and see me go. That's what I'm choosing to do.
Snow's so deep out there you could hardly walk.
That is the longest it's ever taken me to get here from the carriage house.
Oh, well, that's because we took time out of the tool shed.
Ah. Wait a second. Hold on. Mom? Mom? God, she should be here by now. Oh, my gosh, is my face really red? I hate it when it's cold out.
No. You look beautiful.
You know what? You want something to warm you up?
No, I'm warm.
Oh, okay. Maybe we should get, like, warm clothes on and hot chocolate or something.
Like I said.
Yeah, I know. You're warm.
Jessie, sweetheart. Hi, darling. It's Mom. My flight might be delayed because of the weather, so don't worry if I'm late, okay? I'll be fine. Call Daddy or Kevin if you need anything, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Love you. Bye.
Well, looks like we have the house to ourselves. Chris?
Every time I think about what your grandfather did, it just makes me want to explode. How can he make my brother face a murder trial when he knew he was innocent?
Yeah, I know. I can't believe he did that. But look, I know my grandfather, and I know he would not let Antonio go to prison.
That does not change what he did. For months. I mean, he put my family through hell for months. He had Muscle come forward and say he knew who shot Carlo when he didn't.
Yeah, Christian,
How can you even begin to defend him? How?
I'm sorry, I didn't know that anybody was in here. River needed to get some milk, and I'm sorry, I didn't know that anybody was in here.
no room at the inn.
Right, well, you know, River's had enough milk today.
Guys, you're halfway there. Would you just go get the milk already?
Sure, go on through.
Okay, I just,
We're just,
Getting to know each other.
yeah.
It's that kind of night.
Yes, it's definitely that kind of night.
right, I'll just be it. Oops.
Cassie's a big girl. She knows all about snowy nights by the fire.
I'm sure she does. And if you're cool with this, I'm cool with it.
Me? Well, I'm way cool. Got it?
Yeah, I got it. I just, you know, I won't bother you guys again.
No bother.
Night, Cass.
Where were we? Actually, maybe it's time we dealt with it.
It.
Whatever's going on between you and Reverend Carpenter's wife.
Maggie? Maggie, are you all right? Maggie?
Who's there?
It's me, Ian. Maggie?
Come in.
I heard you call out. Well, actually, cry out. Are you all right?
Fine. What time is it? It's late.
Look, I don't mean to press, but it sounded like you were in pain. I mean, are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine. Fine, really. I was sleeping. I was dreaming. I must have been talking in my sleep.
Look, I mean, I don't mean to pry. And I'm not intruding. I just, I couldn't sleep, so I was pacing my room, and I thought I would expand my territory to the hallway, and as I passed, I heard you. I don't mean to intrude, but it really is a scientific fact that if you don't bring a nightmare into the waking conscious mind, then it will simply go back into the tumbler and recur when you fall asleep.
And how did you get to be such an expert on the subject?
Well, I have nightmares. Often. I apologize. It's the middle of the night. You have a strange man going on and on, prattling about nightmares. You must think I'm the most peculiar man in the world. I'll just be going. Sorry.
Don't. You don't have to go, Ian. Really. Please stay. It was just a nightmare. It's nothing unusual.
Well, I do have a cure for tonight, anyway. I was actually on my way to the kitchen to make a hot toddy.
You British actually drink hot toddies? I thought that was just some rude cultural stereotype.
No. Now, don't knock it until you try it. You're not telling me that you don't like whiskey?
And you don't have to bother, really.
No. I insist. I mean, it's just as easy to make two as it is to make one. My nanny, she used to always say that a warm cuppa was the best soporific. Although she used to always leave out the whiskey.
You had a nanny? What was she like, Mary Poppins?
She took good care of me until I left.
Left?
Boarding school. Oh, yes, boarding school. Yes, my father insisted, builds character, all that sort of thing. Joke was on him, really, though. I was in more trouble than not. And still, they would trot me out once or twice a year for a sort of an inspection. The guests could vouch for my existence and my progress. My job was to be seen and not heard.
What kind of upbringing is that?
The best that money can provide, they say. Anyway, in a week, I shall have hot toddies for two, madam.
Dorian, for heaven's sakes, give it a rest. You're not going to get any reception in weather like this. Put it down. Look, the tow truck is either going to get here or it is not going to get here. And if it does by some chance get here, it's going to take half the night.
And people praise you as the sunny optimist.
Well, in this case, I'm trying to be realistic. This storm is so bad that the snowplows might even be stuck by now.
Vicky, we will freeze.
Your tailpipe is totally blocked by the snow, in case you hadn't noticed. Although I understand that freezing to death and even carbon monoxide poisoning are relatively painless ways to die.
You really are sadistic. I think it's wonderfully convenient that Dr. Doherty's people managed to call you to tell you that the meeting had been canceled, but they forgot to call Todd.
Todd knew.
Todd knew.
Todd was the one who told me.
He knew, so he lied to me. He deliberately lied to me so they could get me out of the house, so that he could be alone with Blair and with Star in that house. I mean, who knows what he's up to?
Well, I, for one, am very glad that Todd and Blair have some time together alone. Because for Star's sake, I'm hoping they will find their way back to each other.
Over my dead body.
You know what, Dorian? You are boring. So fend for yourself. I'm walking.
Wait a minute. Vicky, you can't leave me alone here to die in this snowdrift.
Well, I'm not dying with you.
Vicky!
I'm not saying that this baby is a child I would have wished for. And there's certainly nothing Patrick would have wished for. Fine. No one planned this, but he is alive. And he's kicking. And every time that he kicks, Todd, it reminds me of how amazing life really is. And this baby is going to be Star's half-brother, so isn't that enough reason to love and to cherish him?
I don't want anything to do with Patrick Thornhart's baby.
I just was hoping to plan a wonderful life for Star. And wouldn't it be wonderful to have her family around her, and including a little brother?
You're right. That is how it should be. All right, Blair. Just so you know, we're gonna find a donor for Star. We're gonna do that. If nobody in the family matches, I'll pick up this whole country and shake it out until the right person falls out. She will get her transplant.
That's what I'm counting on.
Peace reigned throughout the land. And the prince and the princess were married, and the people had a celebration, and the prince and the princess danced in the streets with their loyal subjects. And then...
They lived happily ever after.
Absolutely right.
That's right. And the prince and the princess renounced the monarchy and ran for office in a free election for the People's New Democratic Republic. Right?
Right.
Right. And they achieved political correctness, which was very, very important back then. And also, they had a little boy. And this little boy went to sleep because it was very, very late. And he was very, very tired. Right?
No.
So, what about this, thing with you and Cassie?
Thing.
Oh, come
There's
on.
no thing.
Come on. I'm the only one who feels the electricity every time you two walk past each other.
That is professional camaraderie.
Oh, come on. I mean, is it a thing that was, a thing that is, or a thing that wants to be?
Actually, Taya, it's just a thing that's really none of your business.
Oh, I see. You're touchy about it. Well, that makes sense, her being the Reverend's wife and all. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I really am. It's what they teach us to do, lawyers, you know? Dig exactly where people don't want you to dig. Guaranteed to make you unpopular even in the most forgiving circles.
Oh, yeah. But you're real familiar with being unpopular.
I have a knack for it.
I mean, you are smart, you are beautiful. I bet that made you the most popular girl in your class.
I never really cared about things like that.
I say. Oh, sorry, don't mind me. Just getting some hot stuff.
Next time we go skiing, blizzard or not, I am booking us a room.
Sounds like a plan.
Just look, I wasn't trying to hurt you, okay? That's the last thing I meant to do. And all this stuff with your grandfather, well, it just came out. Look, I'm sorry it sounded the way it did, but you have to understand, my brother could have gone to jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I know.
But it's got nothing to do with how I feel about you. You have to understand it.
How do you feel about me?
What's that about? I mean, you asked me how I feel about you. Well, I'm trying to show you.
I guess I'm just confused.
About what?
About everything, Christian. You know, it's like I used to trust you.
Hey, come on.
No, you see, that's just it. After you spent the whole year basically ignoring me...
I wasn't ignoring you.
All you're trying to do is go to bed with me.
What are you talking about? I never put any pressure on you.
What are you doing right now?
I wanted to be close to you. I wanted to hold you. What?
Christian, come on. You were really happy about us getting the whole house tonight alone.
No, I was, but look, I was not going to try to push you into doing anything you don't want to do. You know that. You know what? If you're going to take everything I say and do it the wrong way, then I'm out of here. Excuse me.
Hi, Christian.
Hi, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Oh,
Hi.
excuse me. Oh, night, Christian. Oh. Oh, thank goodness. Oh. Jessie. Jessica, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Well, I certainly wouldn't tolerate rudeness like that from my daughter. Oh. Oh. $400 shoes ruined. Maybe if I keep them on, they'll dry to the shape of my feet. Good idea. Ooh. Hello? Hello, Blair. It's Dorian. How are you and Star doing in this storm?
Fine. What about you? You know, we were worried about you out here in that storm.
I got stuck, okay? And I had to abandon my car. Anyway, I am here. And of all places, the asylum at Sharonton.
What? Where?
Landfair, sweetheart.
Oh, dear.
Is Todd there with you?
What makes you think that would ask him to stay? I mean, you don't think that I would ask him to stay, do you?
He sent me to meet my near doom to a meeting which he knew had been canceled.
Well, are you sure he knew?
Of course he knew. Are you sure that you and the baby are okay?
Yes, we're fine. Don't worry about it.
All right, then. I suppose I'll just have to, God help me, spend the night here. You two take care, all right?
You get a good night's sleep, all right?
I will.
So how come you didn't tell Dorian I was here?
Mom, I'm sorry I slammed the door on you.
Come into my office. Come here. What's wrong? Why are you so upset? Is there anything I can do to help?
Chris and I, we had a really big fight. I don't even know what it was about.
Did you two go to a party or what?
Yeah, it all started out being so much fun. I mean, we were redecorating the carriage house, and Kelly and Drew decided to have some luau or something. Then me and Chris came back here, and all of a sudden we started fighting about Grandpa. I don't know. I'm getting confused. I don't know when it started out just being stuff, and then we just started fighting.
I'm sorry, darling. I'm really, really sorry. What your grandfather did to Antonio, well, I'm sure was very, very upsetting to Carlotta, to Antonio, and to Christian. So I can see that he would find that subject difficult.
Yeah, a lot of subjects are. But anyway, thank you. I'm glad you're home and safe.
Sorry.
About what?
Moving the blanket. And all those interruptions.
Are you really?
Sorry? Yes. Taya, I brought you up here because I really enjoy spending time with you.
So there's gonna be a next time?
Absolutely. I can even commit to it.
Wow. A guy who can actually pronounce the word commit?
Mm-hmm.
As long as there's a next time.
What do you mean by that? Said the caterpillar sternly. Explain yourself. I can't explain myself, I'm afraid, sir, said Alice, because I'm not myself, you see. I don't see, said the caterpillar. And who are you, Maggie Carpenter? And can you explain yourself? Do you even know yourself?
This might make you a bit more comfortable.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome very much. Snow was general all over Ireland. It was falling over the dark central plain, the treeless hills, falling softly onto the bog of Allen and farther westward, softly falling into the dark, churning Shannon waves.
Honestly, you well-born types are just remarkable the way you can quote text from any number of sources. Of course, come to think of it, maybe that wasn't just you. Maybe it was an as yet undiscovered Oltl who was a bookworm.
It was James Joyce, Dorian. You only have to read his words but a few times before they are absolutely seared into your heart and your mind. Are you warmed yet?
The feeling has started to come back into my extremities, yes. Thank you. Oh, yes. And thank you very much for taking a poor traveler in out of the storm.
You're most welcome. Although I expect a poor traveler would have dressed more appropriately to the weather.
Touché. How is Jessica?
Oh, she's all right, I guess. I didn't quite get the whole story from her, but miserable as she is, I think the worst is over for now.
I wouldn't be 17. Or is she 16?
16.
Not for all the money in the world.
It's very, very hard, though, to see a child make what you know is a mistake and not say anything.
Oh, I know that very well. Oh, okay. So maybe I haven't been all that good in the not saying anything department.
I always swore I would never drive Jessica mad with fussing over her every move. I would let her make her own choices in her own time. Of course, that was a very simple thing to say way back before she could walk.
Yes, of course, then they start moving around on their own, and it seems as though every thought that comes into their head is, you know, an invitation to disaster. And adolescence, well, that's when all hell breaks loose.
Yes, it certainly does.
I don't think, though, that you really need to worry about Jessica. She seems, you know, very bright and energetic, and like her instincts are in all the right places.
Oh, good. Thank you so much for saying that. You know what? I think that they're all actually okay, and that at some level they all know it. It's only we, the wise parents, we have yet to achieve that level of enlightenment.
Do you mind if I help myself?
Why would I? You helped yourself before. Why stop now? So tell me, how's Blair?
Blair is doing as well as can be expected, given the circumstances.
You know, Dorian, I think what she and Todd are going through is probably the hardest thing in the world. And I think it would be very wise, both of us, to give them as much help as they possibly can to ensure little Star's well-being.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really do have to get some sleep.
Fine. Why don't you take the blue guest room? It's at the top of the stairs. You make a left.
Don't bother. I know where it is. After all, this used to be my home.
The roads should be plowed by tomorrow morning.
Well, a night on Dorian's couch, it shouldn't be too bad.
I really don't think that you should tell her that you slept here. I mean, we've got enough trouble going as it is, and we don't need to borrow any trouble.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'll just, take the blankets and pillows. I'll go back out to the car, because if Dorian gets...
No. I'm not going to have Star's daddy sleeping out in his car. I mean, you catch pneumonia, Todd.
No, is she sleeping?
Yeah. Very peacefully and happy.
I meant what I said, Blair. She's going to be okay. Thanks.